I think I mully this. It's a good thing I'm going second. This hand's pretty bad. I might be able to draw into a rookie or something. Ooh, red hybrids. I have to, like, go back and test red hybrids. Red hybrids is fun. Ooh, no rookie. Not great. I mean, I have this to choke, so at least that's something. I do technically have Metal Guru I could hard play. Okay, evoed into a Goonie. Yeah, that's the inheritable that it dies and plays out a Tamer. Ooh, pass? I mean, I'm not in that good of a position either. I just Tamer. I might just get beaten down. Little red hybrid beatdown. Yeah, because I got like all my Garurumons in my hand. No Omnimons, no rookies. So I'll be able to like maybe hard play a Melga. If I have enough memory and then I gain... So that would be for like 8. And then I can gain 2 back so I can put my opponent at 3 and play a Mega. That's like the best thing I got. No Kia. I don't have an Agu or Gabu. So all my Tamers are set up. So I could keep his Digimon from attacking me. So I think I have to like Melga next turn, knowing I'm going to be working with at least 3 memory. Then I could gain 2 back off of these. He's just using that to hard play a Tamer for cheap? Yeah. He could have just hard played that. He didn't really need to do that. Of course, it's a Gabu. I very much could be dead next turn, so I think I have to do this. So he's going to go to 3 anyway, so this is probably fine. Save this in case he hits something out of my security. So what am I stun locking? I think I have to stun lock the Yaguni. Because none of these give security attack plus. Yeah, I think I just have to stun lock the Yaguni. So he has 3 attacks as of right now. So if he's able to get to security attack plus 1, then I think I just automatically lose. Assuming the security attack plus 1 actually sticks. Interesting that they're playing Kazemon. So he still has only 3 attacks. That's not security attack plus 1. He gets 2 draws off of this. Oh, he could have, like, end of turn attack. Um, that could be a possibility. I just need to draw, like, realistically, probably a Wargreymon would be really good. I mean, he has no reason not to just punch me as hard as he can. Put a lot of pressure on because, like, my hand size is really small. So there's a very high chance that I just don't have the OTK. Well, I kind of wish I had that a little earlier. Yeah, I can't grab back the Wargrey. Alright. I might try red, like, going back to red hybrids. Like, I think stopping at their level 5s and just aggressing with high-end level 5s is, like, really strong right now. This hand is fine. Like, just hitting hard and fast is kind of just where the meta needs to go. Or, like, not needs to go, is forced to go. So, like, just trying to play as low to the ground and deal as much damage as possible is basically what a lot of decks have to do if they can't just move out of raising an OTK. Yeah, we keep this hand. I probably should swap over to Shikuamon in a minute. Just to have fun messing around with other decks. What are they doing? Ooh, no rookie start. And, okay, so they are Belfmon. I think I have an okay Belfmon matchup. Like, realistically, I don't think it's that bad. So, I'm going to do this Gabu. And then we're going to start off with actually, we could start off being really aggressive with our searches. And then transition into Tai and Wisteria. So we take one Omnimon text and one CS. So I'm doing this to basically guarantee a chip shot in. I'm going to hold this in raising because I don't have a reason not to. So my next turn is Wisteria Memory Boost. So I'm going to swing with the Gabu. I could technically raise this out, but I think I want to hold it just for the card draw. I mean, I guess I'm drawing a card no matter what. Now they're just choosing what card to trash. Yeah, I think I should just have a good Belfie matchup. Because if I'm doing my thing, then none of their effects actually matter. I just have to be careful about my tamers being suspended. Because the new Belfimon stuff can delete suspended tamers, and that could catch a lot of people off guard. because they're not used to Belfi just deleting suspended tamers. And to use a tamer basically means to suspend it 9 out of 10 times. Granted, there are those tamers that are like incredibly powerful that just don't suspend, period. So I think I do set up Wisteria memory boost. Do I move this out? I think I don't. I think I just have to take the risk on not moving it out. The big question is, do I chip with this or not? I technically don't have to if I see the rest of my Omnimon line. And what's his Digimon actually... What are his Digimon actually doing? I think I do just chip. That's fine. And then I set up Wisteria, choke him to 1. We find the Searcher Gabu. I could just grab the Melga, but I think I just want the search power. So technically I could have raised out and I would have gotten a card draw, but hindsight's 20/20. Knowing that I had extra rookies, but I didn't have an extra Gabu. So I would have felt very risky doing that. Ooh, that's really good for me. Because now I could use the Gabu. So I guess I am rewarded. Well, only 2 targets. Yeah, that was really good for me. So this turn, I do just set up Matt, and then I just need to try to find more searchers. Like more searching power. So I think I do have to chip with this then. I'll still leave this in raising. Do I use this effect? I think I don't use this effect. Because if he doesn't delete my Digimon next turn, then I won't be able to. I guess that's fine. I guess there really is no reason not to. So the Agumon I'm going to be playing out is this because there's like literally nothing in my trash to grab back right now. Because I'm going to be playing the Tai and Matt this turn. So I do swing here. I don't particularly care about this trade right here because like... my security doesn't really mean as much to me as theirs do to them. So now I'm pretty much good to go. Ooh, a Miraculous. I don't have a Tamer, but the Miraculous is still a nice card to have. Good morning / afternoon. Hey, Polly, what's up? I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. I have a movie that I'm going to be going to. And then I don't know if my roommate wants to watch anime. Right now he's out doing some shopping. So I have no idea when he's coming back, but we were supposed to watch anime after that. And I just figured, hey, I'm all done with my Pokemon Pocket stuff. So I might as well just play some Digimon and stream it in the meantime while I'm technically not doing anything. So I just need to see another Omnimon and I'm really good. So this will get me a card draw. Okay, another Omnimon. So we should basically be good to go from here. So I think do we bounce? Or do we delete? I think we bounce. Oh, I forgot to crack a memory boost. Yeah, we'll just bounce. Yeah, this is my bad. I forgot to crack a memory boost. Because if I cracked a memory boost, I would have won this turn. Return 1. So this kind of forces me to go into this Omnimon. which is fine. Like, I still deal a lot of damage. His security's basically gone from this point. And then I got rid of both of his rookies. So we'll trash first. Not that this order matters. And then unsuspend. He gets a tamer out. Actually, I don't even need to attack. I thought about attacking, but, like, his last security doesn't realistically matter. And because it's a normal check, it's actually in my best interest not to check it. So is he gonna Belf here? Yeah. He has no choice. Like, this lets me hard play DNA again. So, like, I don't think there's any reasonable way that they could win here. Because they just gave me too much memory. And I also have Wisteria memory boosts set up. Yeah. Because I attack, I trash the top, and then I just line up another DNA. Alright, where is... Did it not save? Oh, Dillo DNA. Here we go. It's not the greatest hand. I could keep it. Is this the... Yeah, so I'm most likely just going to Pata into Inkilo and Raising. And then next turn, set up Cody. Or do I just hard play Patamon here, actually? Maybe I just hard play Patamon instead. Because if I'm going to be giving 3 memory, Digivolving or hard playing Patamon, I guess that changed my... Okay, so that's a Valkyrie. So I could take Shikuamon or a Valkyrie. I think I do just take another Shikuamon. I would have liked to see, like, another level 4, but this is fine, because I could get, like, a good chip in. And then... I think I just set up Cody and TK. Like, yeah, it's giving over a little bit more memory, but in case I do have, like, another cute play I can make, just Digivolving into Ankylamon isn't terrible. Setting up another one. Yeah, so with this type of a play, I'm definitely just going to hold him back and set up Ankylamon. When is the timing on this? So play 1 familiar token. At the end of the opponent's turn, delete that token. So I'm missing... Yeah, so if I'm missing the timing on this, then that's fine. This isn't the searcher, so I don't particularly care. I could just give them nothing to interact with and, like, be content. When will Shooting Starmons be a deck? I just want to be a star. I don't particularly know. I don't know when we're going to get the other Starmon cards. I mean, we do have technically Shooting Starmon, but I don't think we have some of the other ones. Can I DNA with double and kilo? I think I can. So I move out. I drop the armadillo, and then I can digivolve into Ankylo. Yeah. And then this is a black and a yellow. So yeah, I can DNA from here. So the question is, do I play Armadillo or Searcher? That's the real question. So I know my Digivolve is going to be costing 2 to 3. This is not a mem setter, but they're gonna gain a memory anyway. I don't have access to end of turn DNA, so maybe I just... No, I think I do this. Just to try to be consistent. Like, find more of my parts and pieces. There we go. So, I could swing because I have barrier. And then Digivolve. Then draw one in DNA. Then we get a gain of memory. I could kill this if I want. I think I will. Just to control the field. Oh, he gets to play out a puppet. Okay, so they don't have a level 3. So the real question is, do I Armadillo in pass? Or... I think I do just Armadillo, search, and pass. Because this just has overclock. He has to evolve. He'll go to 2. He'll go to 3. So he could kill this if he wants. That wouldn't be super optimal for me. Because I do kind of feel like I need the end of turn DNA. So I'm kind of... I think I do just search. Maybe I could find something off of the search. Even though I know this is pretty much as good as dead. We just take the Armadillo, right? Yeah. Or the Ankylo. I think we take the Ankylo because we could set up another DNA. Because I could hard drop this off of the TK and Cody. And then Digivolve for cheap into one of them. And then use Advent to play the other one. And then DNA into a shock. So depending on what they do, I'm either going to Valk or Shadow. Do you remember your first proper deck you made yourself? I do. It was Titamon Lockdown all the way back in BT1, where the idea was you go up into Titamon as quickly and cheaply as you possibly can, and then you use Lilymon's ability to on-attack suspend, And then you have 2 Titamons on the field that both have that ability. So that way you just swing, suspend 1, swing over the Digimon, and then basically you're just going to try to control the field using 2 Mega level Digimon that you built relatively cheaply. Did they just hard play a Kaguya? Excuse me. From trash? I think we take the Patamon. The correct answer might have actually just been Angemon, but I already have one in my hand, so that's why I felt like I was good. We are deleting the Kaguya. Get out of here. I think we win in this position, right? So now we hard play the Patamon, and that allows us to Digivolve into the Angemon for cheap. And then lets me draw a card. I could gain a memory. We can Digivolve into an Ankylo. Digivolve down here for 0. Swing. Does this give rush? No. Then... Since I don't have any security, this is kind of risky. So I'm just going to DNA here. Yeah, I have barrier, but it's still kind of risky. I do have plus 1,000. So I could just Digivolve normally into Shadow Seraphi. Do the check as Shadow Seraphi and then DNA. When an attack target is changed. So Shadow Seraphi would deal 1 damage. Because you need a black, right? Yeah. I don't have a second Shakua in my hand. Otherwise, I think the answer... Oh, I do. So I might just be able to build up another Shakuamon. So I could hard play you. So if I build up a second Shakuamon using this, what do I look like? So I'll just make the attack. Because if I Digivolve... So, what's the more efficient route? So, I hard play, I Digivolve. Do I have another... Yeah, I have to do this one. Because I only have one of this, so I need to search for the other. So I guess it depends if I'm able to DNA here. Found something. Definitely do it this way. Then we can go... So if I Digivolve for 2, hard play for 3, DNA. I think I just, like, control his field, right? Because I don't have the ability to do his last security check. I don't have enough memory. So I just do this. And then you. Hard playing an Angemon. And DNAing into another shack. So, unfortunately, I don't have blocker, but he's only going to have 3 memory, and this can't attack, and I have 2 aces in hand. So, I think I'm in a good spot. As far as, like, my second early Digimon deck, what was, like, one of my other earlier Digimon decks? I know I played Blue Omni over Red Omni, because I liked the Gurumon cards. Oh, that's funny that it forces the attack. This should insulate my field because I basically Shine Greymon Ruin mode on his turn. So, nothing he can play really is going to matter at this point. Actually, I'm curious. On YouTube, what was my... Oh, so close. What was my earliest video? Like, my earliest Digimon video. Let's go reverse date order. My TFT days. A lot of buddy fight stuff in my early days, because that was where my channel got its first stride to 1,000, and then after that is when I swapped over to Digimon. I did a tiny bit of Magic content, but nobody cared for that. Still... What was my actual first deck profile? Those are player matches. My very first deck profile on the channel is Rust Tyrannomon. All the way back 5 years ago. That was my first deck profile proper. But I know the very first deck that I played was Titamon. This is an okay hand. I have 2 searchers, I have a tamer, I have my DNA and a Valk. So, like, it could be better, but it's not, like, terrible. I think, like, based on my hand and what I just drew, I have to play the tamer. As much as I don't like giving a lot of memory early on, like, I have basically almost the full line. Ooh, Vemmon. So I could technically move out, hard play Armadillomon off of the Tamer, and then Digivolve into Angemon. And then Angemon off of the Armadillo can swing, kill the Vemmon if he doesn't Digivolve, or attack his security and deal a chip shot. Because Barrier's, like, okay. It's not great, but it's okay. I mean, if the opponent can't, like, out it. Okay, so they just hard played another Vemmon. Patamon. So I will use this effect to play the Armadillo because I want to search for a proper level 4. No, so we're just gonna take the shack. Okay, so we have our level 4. So we're gonna gain a memory here just to keep turn so I could kill the Vemmon. And then I can Digivolve here. And then DNA into a shack. So I'm going to DNA into this shack first. So what is this effect actually doing? So until the end of your... So if DNA'd, place one of your opponent's Digimon with has high or into their security. Okay. So choose my opponent's security, and then that can go in there. So I did effectively recover them one, but I took away a Vemmon temporarily. So I'm going to be hard playing this Armadillomon. Just to search for more pieces. I gotta grab any of these. That's pretty good. So we're gonna grab the Armadillo. So that way I can make a new DNA. So this has to go down in here. Do I punch his security or do I just punch his Digimon? I think maybe I just punch his Digimon. Like, de-digivolving it really isn't going to do anything here. And then this way I could try to play a little bit more passive. Like, I know he's just going to do DNA plays out of his security, essentially. Or not DNA. Digicross out of his trash. So, like, me filling up his trash is actually only helping him. But I do kind of need to control the field a little bit. Yeah, the fact that this effect just sets up its own effect is really just dumb. Is this the Destro that kills Tamers? No. So we definitely raise this out. We use this effect. We play out the Patamon. We use the Patamon's effects to Digivolve you into an Angemon for 2, which is actually 1. Then we get to draw a card and DNA into a Shack. So I'll go with the DNA Shack. Or the De-Digivolve Shack, just to De-Digivolve 2, even though this really doesn't matter. We get a gain of memory and De-Digivolve. Oh, he's got De-Digivolution protection. Ooh, that's poopy. Alright, so now I'm forced to do this. Yeah. And then that pops his remove from field. I forgot that was the De-Digivolution protection one. Otherwise, I would have just done this one right away. But forming 2 is pretty decent. Gives me a lot of powerful plays. And if I use this to search for another, like, I could potentially set up another one. Oh, he found his Destro. That's going to delete my Tamer. That's going to make things really awkward. But I do have Shadow Seraphi and Valk. And then both of them have end of turn DNA. No, just one of them does. So I still could do, like, end of turn DNA shenanigans into Chaosmon. This is going to be a very tough match. I literally just have to grind my opponent out of resources. But I already know because of Fusion Eyes, that's like borderline impossible. Yeah, and the fact that he's de-digivolving my stuff is also this does not have end of turn DNA. Until the end of their turn, they can't trash. Then de-digivolve 1 for every 2 Vemmons. When this Digimon would leave the battle area, you get to play a Vemmon for free. So I know he has the Tamer removal. It's just, is he going to use Tamer removal? He is using Tamer removal. So he's going to Digicross with the one on the field and then the rest on the trash. Or is he just going to delete my level 4? Deleting the Tamer is definitely the correct play. So they gave me a pretty big window here to make some kind of a comeback happen. Even though, like, we really haven't been doing a whole lot. So I could Digivolve into a Valk. Set up a DNA. So I could hard play this for 4. Stunlock one of their Digimon. DNA into a Valk after swinging with this card. Because I'm going to be using this Shack to de-Digivolve this Digimon. So probably target this one. Is that worth playing? Is that worth doing? Or is it just better for me to Digivolve here and then just try to out his whole field? I think maybe this is just better. And then the Venmon gets played out and then dies immediately. Now the big question is, do I try to set up another DNA? Because I don't have end of turn DNA. So I'm thinking maybe I just try to reset the Tamer. I think resetting the Tamer is probably fine. And then just slowly build into a more powerful position. Trying to come up with updates for D Brigade and Heavy Leo. For some reason, the promo Leomon is like $15. Is it the Leomon X Antibody promo? Okay, so they're giving me a really good... I guess I controlled good enough to be in a very solid position. So we get to gain a memory. And then search. Probably the Shack. So now I Digivolve here. For 2. Yeah, it's the Leomon X promo. And then we DNA. So if I DNA, I get 1 extra attack, gain 1 memory, go to 3. So I'm not able to kill them this turn. Because I'd swing here, assuming so this gets the DNA, swing here, swing here, so that's 2 checks. And then I'm missing 1 more check. So I'm not going to be able to kill them. So I think if that's the case, maybe just go into this Shikuamon then. To try to insulate myself a little bit. So does this put it at the top or the bottom? At the bottom. Okay. So will this have blocker? No, because it does not have the egg. It's just big. So the big question is, do I use this to try to make it any kind of a play? So he's going to go to 3 no matter what. So I could... No, I have to just leave this, which is unfortunate. So I could throw out the dummy searcher. Do I just play a lot of bodies? Like, is that actually the answer? So what am I doing next turn? So this technically has blocker. So I could leave this up. So I think maybe I just do a double search. Because this only unsuspends a level 4 or lower Digimon. So I need to save that. So I think I do just double search. And then we take the Inkilo. Yeah, it's unfortunate I have to, like, play this, like, really slow grind game. But I totally feel you on the Leomon promo. I'm surprised it's that expensive, to be honest. Like, for how medium Heavy Leo is, like, so I think Heavy Leo has 2 really decent applications. You could play them inside of the Leomon package, but the Leomon package feels very bad. And the only real update to the Leomon package is the level, or not level, technically you could use some other level 6 Digimon, because you do have a lot of different Leomons you could use, but the memory boost, that's the other big option for that core package. Or you could just play Heavy Leo inside of, like, a CS deck, because CS Engine is pretty efficient. Like, sure, you won't be able to do, like, cute Leomon shenanigan type things, but, like, it's still pretty good. And then what? He's going to go into Galacti? I don't think he's winning in this position. It is kind of annoying that he has D-Digivolution protection. Then, so until the end of their effects can't trash this Digimon's stack. How does D-Digivolve read? Now that I'm thinking about that, how does D-Digivolve actually read? Is D-Digivolving trashing the stack? I guess he gets to choose. The correct answer is probably this Armadillomon because it'll gain me an additional memory. I guess he just wanted to stop that. So. So now I use this to play out the Patamon. And then I gain a memory. And then I can use this to play out... do I have... I do have an Ankylo. So I could just Digivolve you into this Ankylo. For 2, so that would be 1. Ooh, that's a really good card draw. Then we get a minus 2,000 in DNA. So we'll kill the Venmon. And then go into Shack. And then we get a gain of memory. And de-Digivolve. And we still can't de-Digivolve. Which is fine, I guess. So now we just punch security. Does this have barrier? It does have barrier. Okay, that's what I needed to know if it had barrier or not. So he gets what? 1 redirect? Oh, that's unfortunate. I kind of needed that Patamon. We'll just barrier. I could still DP reduce it, right? I'm 1 memory shy. Yeah, because this isn't going to do anything. At least not right now. So do I honestly just go into a Volder Arm then? Because unfortunately I don't have another Shikuamon in my hand to DNA. So like my playlines kind of stop here. So I think I might just have to Chaosmon. So I could Digivolve here into another Valk if I really wanted to. And then stop his Digimon from attacking. Like, I'm going to be Digivolving into Voldararm this turn anyway. It's just I wanted to try to use the Voldararm this turn. You're going to play, then 2 of your Digimon can DNA Digivolve. So I do have end of turn DNA, so if I really wanted to, I could. But I think I just leave this up, and I think maybe I do just have to Digivolve this into a Voldararm. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that I had to do it that way. Actually, maybe because of end of turn DNA, I could have gained the memory back. So maybe that was a misplay on my part. Oh, he just gets to straight up choose whatever Digimon he wants to delete and just delete it? That's insane. Yeah, so I just have to bypass his singular stacks defense, and then I'm good. Unless he's going to make a second one. Can he actually make a second one? I don't know. I mean, I could also just play for the deck out. We're both pretty close to decking out. Yeah, so he just loses here because I decked him out. And he doesn't, like, unless he has a singular scramble, then he just decked himself out. Yeah, maybe I should have used the Shadow Seraphi then. So what I should have done last turn was Digivolve this into Shadow Seraphi, end of turn DNA, gain a memory back for DNAing into Chaosmon Voldararm. I could have done 2 checks then with Voldararm, and then on top of that, if he got rid of Voldararm, then it spits out 4 Digimon, which is insane. So that's what I should have done. So how many Shikumons did I go through? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So does he have any way of returning cards to his deck? Or is he just cooked? I mean, he's just cooked. Like, I end my turn and then the game is over, right? I don't see how they're winning this. I mean, I could try to do stuff. So, does this have barrier? No, this just has blocker. This has barrier. So I'll try to win through damage, but I know for right now, I kind of just win the game. Oh, that's how. I should have just ended the game then. I totally blanked. I literally had it, and then I just needed to end the game, and I would have won. Yeah. And then he uses that one to... What's giving this? Oh, it just natively has blocker. Okay. Oh, he just did this one, so... Yeah, all I needed to do was just end my turn. I'm so stupid. I just needed to end the turn, and then I win. Instead, I just tried to be cute about it. God. Yeah, you were thinking either DNA into Volder Arm with Bancho or do CS stuff. Yeah, like, so... Heavy Leo is just such a... He's a good card in a bad spot. So I'll chalk that one up as a mental win because all I needed to do was just end my turn on that last game. Oh. Interesting that they're using this Agumon. So he only gets to take one card. Take the Tamer. Yeah. So this is going to be a very difficult matchup. I would think. So at least I could use this to constantly cycle through my cards while we're both kind of just dirtling a little bit. So if I find an armadillo, I'm in a good spot. Or not armadillo. Yeah, this is what I needed. So now I digivolve this here. Draw. Use a memory. Punch. Barrier. I think that was a pretty bad choice. Because now I just kill both Digimon for free. I guess he gets to replay one of them. The only thing I wish I had with this card, so I might take Shadow Seraphi out, but the thing I wish I had with it was Reboot. Reboot would have been really good. Yeah, so he's setting this up. This doesn't have end of turn DNA. I think the Searcher Gabu would have been better, like to revive. I think this card is just the better searching tool. I think maybe he's just trying to hit the ties, but I don't necessarily think that matters. Like, Nokia is the main tamer. So this won't let him DNA. I mean, sure, he stops me from punching his security. I'm just debating how do I go about this turn. So, unfortunately, this can't attack. So, I Digivolve into Patamon, into Angemon. Gain a memory, or draw a card. Do I gain the memory here? Since I can't DNA, or like I can't de-Digivolve anything, I don't think it matters here. Because I'm going to be going into Valk this turn. So if that's the case, let's go hard, use this to hard play. I could play the more expensive one. What is this actually doing though? I think I do just need the DP. And then DNA into Shack. We'll go my security. Then we... He's obviously trying to Omni-bait me here. Like, Omnimon Ace-bait me. So, the big question is, do I fall for it? Otherwise, there's very little reason to have played this out yet. So, this card's protected for a whole turn. This card's obviously not protected. I think I bite, right? And then set this up. And then I could ace him next turn. Choke him to 1. That was a very complicated turn in terms of thinking of all of the things that could have happened. There was a lot of permutations and computations. Because leaving this up is kind of spooky. So now next turn I could Digivolve here and then gain 2 memory. So he has to put me at 1 memory, otherwise he's in trouble. Okay, he put me to 1 memory. Ooh, that's an interesting play. So I do have barrier. Oh, now he aces me. So he did finally draw the ace. He's like, that's the easiest ace play I've ever had. Yeah. So he gets to take 1 memory away from me if he wants to. I don't really have a good way of getting rid of this. So I think I just make my plays really awkward for him. Look at all that defense. See, like, that was kind of a cool back and forth in terms of, like, things that were happening. So, like, I baited his ace, and then, he gets to play out a tamer, which is a little unfortunate. And then I will definitely be blocking. I don't have a reason not to block. I technically do, but this is fine. Because his Digimon was just weaker than mine anyway. So whatever he plays insta-dies. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Valk. If I draw into, like, a Shadow Seraphi ace, then I think this is kind of over. Um... I don't think I can commit these. I think I commit one. So now my Digimon are vulnerable again. So I think I just suspend and ignore it, right? I won't gain the memory here in case he does actually have an ace. Now I think I just win? No. I needed to have Digivolved. That would go to 2. And then I needed to have played out the other Patamon. Then I would have won. Because now this is the awkward part. So, yeah, because I Digivolve here. I could DNA. I could force his Digimon into attacking. Yeah, so this is just the awkwardness that I decided to put myself into. Because I didn't use the effect to play out the Patamon. If I played out the other Patamon, I would have won this turn. Because I have to find a way to DNA and then attack. So I Digivolve for 2. That'll put me to 1. Hard play for 5. Go to 4. Use double. Go to 2. So I think if that's the case, then I'm better off just not using that then. So I'll just Digivolve down here. Oh, I don't have end of turn DNA. That's a problem. Yeah, this is why end of turn DNA is just so crucial. So this is going to be bounced back to my hand, so I reasonably shouldn't Digivolve it. So I either play Digital Gate Open to search or set up another Tamer. I think I just use Digital Gate Open just to search. We take Shadow Seraphi here. I probably should have took Valk, actually, thinking about it now. But he can't attack to trigger it anyway. And he doesn't have end of turn DNA. So I wouldn't have been able to stop a DNA even if I did take Valk. So I think taking the Shadow Seraphi was the correct play in that case. Omnimon Ace. So he gets to gain memory back. So we play out. Yeah, so he gets to gain memory back, and then he just can't do anything. And then I de-Digivolve his Digimon. So I think that was kind of just game. Armadillomon is really slow of a deck. Like, it kind of works, it's just really slow. Yeah, I think they were more in line with, like, the old Omnimon build. Let's go. Hybrids, color, red. Level 3. So we run you, we run you, and then what? We run this one. Yeah. Then, oh, I needed hybrid. Still needed that. So then we go to the 4s. We run you. We run like one of you. I think we run this? Yeah. We run you. And then we run you. I really still like this one, though. When attacking, we get a Digivolve. When Digivolving, we get a place 1 hybrid from our hand or trash underneath one of our red tamers. So I think we go this and then this. And maybe one of the old one just to shove underneath. Like 1 or 2 of the old ones. Then... do we run any 6s? So we have this that can unsuspend for each color. We have this one. I think maybe like 2 of this, or one of these 2. Yeah. Takuya.
Is Flame Mom Takuya?
It's technically the pre-form. Like, yes, Takuya does end up turning into a Flamemon, but Flamemon is technically not Takuya.
So Takuya turned into a Flamemon during that arc.
Yes.
But not every... Like, he wasn't the only Flamemon.
Correct.
Okay.
I think I need piercing. I don't remember what tamers I need.
Lots of Takuyas, apparently.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be, like, super hyper aggressive, where the idea is I am going to use my level 5s as basically pseudo 6s to punch really hard really quickly. And then I have a lot of ways to decrease my Digivolution cost when I'm attacking. So that's what this is in here for. That's what this is in here for. That's what this is in here for.
Sounds like red aggro.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to be very aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Do I use this card? What does this card even do? Or do I just... No, I think I use the grabber. How many tamers am I running? I'm running 12 tamers. I'm running a lot. So I need to cut down on my tamers. So I know these are really good. I know this is really good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. I think I could go down on one of these. I could go down on one of these. Run 10 tamers. Run you. I already have the Gigas. Yeah. I guess I could just increase my rookie count. There we go. Alright, we'll try a little red hybrids. I don't know how well this deck is gonna go. It needs probably a lot of fine-tuning and testing. But I'll test this out for a little bit and then probably call it. I'm going first. Let's mulligan. Oh, I don't have any eggs. Oopsies. I always forget the eggs. Red. Level 2s. Alright, what's our best egg? Is the best egg still just Drawkoro? Drawkoro's just still really good. Alright. I might not even need the 6s, to be honest. This is okay of a hand. Because most likely I'm going to be Flame into Takuya or Flame into a Goonie, depending on what they do. Why are people playing these decks? Myotis Loop? Gross. So I'll set this Takuya up. And then next turn, I could probably be really aggressive with these and start, like, hitting really, really hard. And pressure with Aldemon, and then when Aldemon dies, I get to play the Takuya out, so I'm not, like, losing any value. I probably shouldn't have used this flame in the raising. I should have used this flame. Yeah. So I'm not attacking here because I just want to punch really hard and draw a card. And if he's unable to get rid of this card, which there's a good chance that they might. So now they get to play their Digimon out for 0. So he has a Mallow in his trash now. So let's see if he gets rid of this. Because this will reduce the cost by 11, so that makes it 3 costs. So I'll be at 1 memory, and then maybe he gets rid of this Aldemon. And then 2 tamers get popped out. Oh no. Oh, he bottoms decks shit. Okay. I keep forgetting he bottom decks stuff. Why did they need to put him to bottom deck stuff? Alright. So we kind of just lose the game from here. That Mallows stuff is kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's, like, particularly great in the current environment because, like, again, if I just don't give them anything to interact with, then nothing's really a problem. I could keep this. I think I do just set up the tamer here. Yeah, Mallow seems more annoying than good. He seems good because, like, you just run his little engine and then it just feeds itself and then you're not playing anything. Like, you're not really paying anything for playing anything. Swing? Then we Digivolve here? Or no, I think we maybe raid. Do I ignore this? I think I do. Yeah, I think I just do this. Hmm. Do I search or do I just play Takuya out? He doesn't really have anything set up, so maybe I just play the Takuya out. Because this will die and then play out this Takuya. I could always search, like, next turn or something. He could always goad my Digimon into attacking, and then I guess that's kind of an issue. Hard play AG. AG goes underneath. Goad my Digimon. And he does have DP increasing. Choke me to 1. Does this goad? So his Digimon has plus 1000k. Does he have anything in the trash? Yeah, he does. So now he gets to Digivolve. Oh, he's Digivolving into the Dex. Oh, that sucks for me. Okay, so it's stuff like it's little stuff like this why I think Red Hybrids isn't actually super great right now. Like there's a lot of little things that are just adding up to where I don't think Red Hybrids is good. Because what does this do when it gets deleted? Oh, just nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of little things where I just don't think Red Hybrids is, like, actually as good as it seems. Like, low to the ground aggro seems really good, but, like, Red Hybrids is just a lot less efficient than the newer stuff. Even trying to do, like, cute, cheeky things where I can Digivolve relatively efficiently and then punch really hard. Like, there's more to the game than just that, it feels like. Does this have reboot? It does. I needed to see a Tamer come out. Does this have reboot? It's going to. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm, like, not even interacting with my opponent at all. I mean, thankfully my opponent doesn't have a huge damage output. Because let's see, what are they able to do in this position? Like they're pretty much forced to defend and block. Oh, he's using that egg to Digivolve from the trash. That's cute. Yeah, he goads my Digimon. So now he's just trying to, like, grind me down, is essentially where we're at. Does this natively have blocker? No, it does not. Oh, well, I mean, he just swings and then game over. Okay, so he did have enough. Yeah, red hybrids really is not cutting it. Like, at least, like, this level 5 version really is not cutting it. I could just have built the deck wrong, or I'm playing it wrong, but it really just does not feel like this is the way. Like, there's just better low to the ground. Like, giving my opponent something to interact with is inherently the flaw of the deck. Because, like, in all of those situations, like, it gives the opponent the opportunity to out my abilities. And I feel like that's the biggest weakness of that type of deck. Like, it has really good aggro, but the fact that the opponent can just do more is inherently part of the problem. Like, I almost have to set up, like, turns where maybe I'm not aggressing super hardcore as early on, and maybe it's just one big aggro push turn. But even then, I feel like I would still be better off playing other decks then, like, that are covering that same type of a thing. I'm gonna risk keeping this hand, because I do have, like, card draw, and maybe I get to find a rookie that I want. And maybe they give me enough memory to do stuff. This is a pretty annoying matchup. It's not, like, unwinnable. I just have to see the card that stops redirect, and then I'm good to go. I think I do just have to take this one. I think for now I just double mem boost, try to find a rookie. No, I have to take the burst mode, unfortunately. Like, I know their deck doesn't have the damage output to reasonably stop me. So I could afford to take things a little on the slower side and not give them anything to interact with. Because if they don't proactively do something, then I might just be able to OTK them out of nowhere. Although they're doing a really good job at, like, reducing their hand size. I will say that. Yeah, I'm just forced to do this until I see a rookie. That's fine. The Agumon X can go away. I know that's exactly what he's waiting for. He's literally just waiting for me to give him something to interact with so he could go off. Well, I mean, I guess now he's taking advantage of the fact that I don't have anything set up. So is he going to kill my Tamers with a Hades Force or something? It just sucks that I don't have a rookie. Does this have... It could just attack. Okay. Yeah, I just need to get something out on the field. A little unfortunate of a position not having a rookie. But that was the risk I decided to take. I only dig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then like 10, 11, 12, 13. I only dug like 15 cards out of my deck. Yeah, so now this outs this. Oh, he's doing it in the raising area. He's not hard playing it. He's giving me a chance. It's just a little unfortunate that, like, my level 5s are the good level 5s, and I don't have a level 3 to interact with. I highly doubt I can OTK him from here. Does this have a redirect? When an attack target changes... When it changes... All turns... When attack target changes... So, this is unblockable? Of course, first fucking security I hit is Trident Arm. Of course, first fucking security I hit. I actually had the ability to OTK him, and then I just hit a stray security option. Like, he actually gave me a chance, and then he's just running such a bad deck that it needs to play, like, that type of a card. Ugh. Salty. So salty. My opponent plays a bad deck, and I lose to a stray security option. After literally having the ability to OTK him. I really like both of these options, but I do think the correct one's usually going to be the Mock Gao, or the Gao. Because if I'm able to, like, loop the card, then it just significantly outperforms having a second level 6. Yeah, can't stop security options, unfortunately. Wait, he's playing a mill engine inside of Dark Masters? I mean, I guess that's a choice. No, I'll just double search this turn. Like, there's no way his deck's damage output is even remotely close enough worth respecting. Alright, cool. So, now next turn I set up the Tamer and we're good to go. When attacking, trash the top card of both players. Once per turn, when a card is trashed, add a card to your hand, and then trash the top of the opponent's deck. Okay. Yeah, I think he's more just dedicated mill. Yeah, he's creepy. He's just more dedicated mill. This card's so bad. Like, I already have everything I need. Is this literally just the play? See if he's able to react to my access level 3. How many Dark Masters does he have? He has only 2 right now. Yeah, because nothing's deleting my Digimon as of right now. Okay, that's whatever. Still whatever. Okay, so I should win the game here unless I hit another stray security option. Do things smarter, not harder. Yeah, because I leave no room for being aced either, doing this play line. Yeah, I'll just leave no room to be aced. Munch, munch, munch. There we go. Easy. All right, so I think I'm going to be calling it here. I said it was going to be a bit of a shorter one. 2 hours seems to be okay. Did some pretty decent testing with Shikuamon. I think the deck is really slow, but it does have a lot of like interesting plays. If anyone's curious, I'll show the deck here. So Shikuamon's kind of cute. Doing lots of DNA shenanigans. I could technically run the old Shikuamon if I really wanted to, because I did find myself needing a decent amount of Shikuamon, so maybe one of the old one would be really good. I think maybe Shadow Serafi Ace could probably be replaced for something else based on the testing. It just didn't really seem like this came up because I want to try to aggress onto the opponent. So I might need a different type of ace. It's a good ace, don't get me wrong. It's just I feel like this was a little bit too defensive and it was making the plays a little bit too passive. Versus this where it kind of just does a little bit of everything. So I think maybe that could be changed. Obviously, Chaosmon Volar is just an insane card. This could easily come out of the deck, but I did think it only helped the deck. Just because of how insane it is and the fact that like I could easily get up into 2 level 6 Digimon and then like get into a Chaosmon Folder Arm, so I think that's pretty fun. But yeah, I think like the deck is fun. It just feels a little on the slow side. That's the only issue with the deck. Then we took a look at red hybrids. This probably needs like way more testing and iterating than like me just cobbling it together. The idea was to try to be super aggressive with level 5 Digimon, but the problem is there's so many alternative forms of removal, and leaving things out for the opponent to interact with is like literally actively bad. As you probably saw through some of the games. So, like, they're just able to de-digivolve it, and then my on-deletes don't matter. Or they're able to bounce it to the bottom of the deck, or to my hand, and then my on-deletes don't matter. And I think, like, the strength of the deck is trying to take advantage of the amount of pressure that it could put on early enough. But I also feel like that in this current age can just very easily backfire. So something like this might be possible. It just might need some more testing, iteration, or just learning how to adapt the plays a little bit better. So like red hybrids I think is like interesting, but I don't necessarily think it's like super great right now. And then the Omnimon deck, it's just Omnimon. Like I'm more all in on the Alter S OTK, but I do have like other playlines between Omni and Omni Ace. I did end up swapping the draw Matentai for the end of turn attack Matentai, essentially is just how I'm labeling them, just because I am all in on this and I want to make sure I could use it. So like this card just makes this card better, and the old Matentai, while it's good for consistency, so like maybe this somewhere, maybe those need to change, but yeah, I think like the Omnimon deck is still pretty good. I do like Wisteria and I do like Digital Gate Open as some really good tamer options. What else did we explore today? Not really a whole lot that was like super explored. It was mostly just those. So yeah, thank you everyone for coming out and watching. I hope you enjoyed the little bits of gameplay, and I will see you all later.